Hello, 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 wonderful people. What a wonderful people we have here. Hello, hello, hello. Farvan, I can see you. Photo Luxury, I can see you. Wow. Just Pixel, I can see you. Success, I can see you. Kindly tell us where you are joining us from. Just type your location so that we'll know where you're joining us from. If you are joining us from, assuming you are joining us from Owerri, you type Owerri. If you are joining us from Abuja, you type Abuja. If you are joining us from UK, you type UK. Want to know where you are joining us from? I can see Mira. I can see cheese or bar or nah. Okay, Fervan is in Lagos. I can see Wispro. I can see Jokem from Abuja. Celia Abuja, Fasasi, Big James. I can see so many guys right here. The space is about to catch fire. It's about to catch fire, guys. So kindly tell us where you're joining us from. Sammy Young from Ghana. Adapts Events. Wispro from Enugu, yeah. Loria, yeah. Loria. Justin Fasasi in Jos. Yeah. We can see so many great guys here. Please tell us where you're joining us from because this space is about to catch fire. Successful Vix in Abuja. Yeah. Loria Justin, Abuja. Kelsey Images, Port Harcourt. Our Port Harcourt fellas are here. The Glam King, my brother. Mosasi Photo Luxury is in Owerri. Yeah, our Owerri brothers are here. Are we ready for this evening? If we're ready, type I'm ready. I'm ready to go. If you are ready, type I'm ready because this space is about to catch fire. Kerry Interior, yeah, I can see you. Dozy Films. Yeah. We can see so many great people right here. Born ready. I like. Favin, I like already. Said born ready. Whoa, that's amazing. Miss Menatu is here and it's about to catch fire. So today we will be having an awesome session with my brother from another mother, the camera boss. You know, we got some cool stories together. We've been like through thick and thin, and today we are going to be having an online discussion educating people on the importance of photography, business as a whole, how you can leverage the 21st century, the information age cadre to be able to navigate to the next level in your business. It's going to be an awesome evening, and I would tell you, even your enemies, share this video to them. Your friends, share this video to them because the space is about to catch fire. So guys, it's a wonderful evening and I really love everyone that is in this live. We are here to make sure that we all learn from each other. So if you have any question or any contribution, don't hesitate to use the comment section to drop your comments, because we appreciate both your contribution, both your questions, as this is a platform where you learn how to take your business to the next level. Are we ready for the camera boss? Fantasy Mama. I can see so many great people right here. Photography by Vincent. Yeah, I can see you. The Timeless Fragrance. I can see you. Yeah, guys, share this video. Use the arrow button by your right hand side to share this video to your family and friends so that everybody can get in here. We are not just discussing photography today. We are discussing business as it pertains to the 21st century. I need you guys to come on board. Let's learn business together because there are more you have to learn in this our Instagram live today. We're going to be discussing how you even leverage the importance of social media, the importance of there are so many things we are going to be discussing this evening. It's not something I have to start unveiling, but the best thing you could do for your friends, your enemies, is to just share this video to them so that everybody can get on board as we get this ball rolling. Are we ready for this evening? All right. So we are going to be inviting my very good brother from another mother so that he can join our Instagram live all the way from UK. To join us. Are we ready for the camera boss? It's gonna be an awesome evening, I must tell you guys. Whoa, yeah, here comes my brother from another mother. Yeah.
Kemani Studios.
Oh, nice. It's so nice to have you here, brother. Take a handshake. Take a handshake. Take a handshake. Hey. It's just about to catch fire right here. It's so nice to have you here, brother.
Same here. It's been a long way coming, all the way from Enugu.
No, so many people wouldn't understand our story, and the apex of the story was Fino Fest. Came back from Fino Fest.
I remember that
to do one
night.
or two. Oh,
I remember that night.
It was so crazy because we just came back.
Yeah.
I don't think we have spent we have not spent an hour upstairs.
No,
we are
haven't.
just trying to make sure that we'll get the content out immediately because it's Fino Fest. We wanted people to start seeing what Fino has done like 2 or 3 hours ago. We want to be the first to get it out there. And all of a sudden, boom, the story was something different. Some guys came to collect their own share of the national cake.
It was so funny that we were upstairs and we had the sound on the car. So somebody has broken the side side glass to get entrance to the car to steal an umbrella. I guess it was an umbrella I stole.
Yeah, and I had like some of my clothes in the car because we were just traveling. We came back from event. We went for Fino Fest to shoot Fino Fest. Came back, big artists in our head. We are shooting a big artist today, so we don't want no dull moment. Oh man, it's so nice to have you here, my brother. What's up?
Same here. I'm all right. I'm doing very well.
No, of course.
It's been a long day on my end. Well, I mean, when Kamani called, I had to be here.
Oh my days, I'm humbled by that. I'm really humbled. I would say that when it comes to success is success has one factor, which is God factor. That's one thing about success. Success has God factor. So it's a factor you don't have to remove. Maybe your own God factor might be Almighty God, the one I worship, or your God factor might be another God or somewhere, But there must be a God factor for your success story to be complete.
And the one we recommend is the one you worship.
So then, success also needs stamina. Yeah. I don't think you can record high level of success without stamina. I heard you when you said your day has been busy.
Yeah.
Mine is my day starts when like I'm sleeping, I'm starting my day, and I can't wait to start the next day because I'm trying to trying to know if I can wind down the day, but the day is telling me it's not over because so it's when people come out and they say, "Oh, you do, man." Some of the time, the calendar is hectic. The timeline, you just need to put in the work. So, man, you are my guest today. I don't want to speak. You are the ground.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a guest talk. It's going to be like the Robbie Minds, isn't it?
So, Please, I need us to get into this discussion so that we can have like a very wonderful output on what we are discussing about. So first question first, yeah. Um let's talk about 21st century when it pertains to business. Let's know how we go about it. How do you adapt to this rapid change in market trends and technological advancement? How does it affect your business output and all that?
That's a very interesting question. But basically,
Okay,
over
before then, please, sorry, can you introduce yourself to our audience so everybody gets to know you and we'll run from there?
my name is John Liko. I am the camera boss. I'm a photographer, a content creator, a videographer, uh, a lot of things. Brand manager. I've done pretty much a lot of things when it comes to the creative industry in itself. I've managed talents. I've been celebrity photographer. I've been wedding. I've done elopements. I've done pretty much a lot when it comes to the creative industry in itself. However, um, I can't wear all the hats myself. So basically, focus on anything that has to do with creatives. And over the years, it's been part of my personal journey to say what I have learned as a photographer that has struggled through the process, because mentorship in photography and the creative industry in itself is something that is hard to come by. Very, 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 very few photographers have the grace to be mentored by juggernauts in the industry. You understand? But because the industry is growing so fast and has really, really grown so fast, it is now very difficult for the few successful photographers to be able to mentor the millions and millions of people coming into the industry every year. So personally, I thought about it and said, okay, what is the way you can touch people's life without necessarily um having them under you to work for you or work with you? The best way to do that is to reach them the way Jesus would have reached them if Jesus is in this century. And the way I thought about is to use social media. And that is why you see a lot of my content is geared towards how photographers should behave, what photographers should do, how clients should treat photographers. And so through that, I have um chronologically become a business developer in the creative industry. However, the reason why my business development skills and processes are adaptable for photographers is because I am an active photographer. Because a lot of times we see that people that are not photographers are trying to teach photographers how to do photography business. So it's more like you want to go and learn how to do business from a doctor and you are a creative. There are some basics of business, but there are some things that are more like jargons to the industry, more like how do I use it now? They are intrinsic values. They are things that are peculiar to the industry. But if a doctor will not know that, a dentist will not know that. The person that can know it is the person who is actively practicing that craft. So that is who I am basically. So I am like the person that want to teach people what I have learned personally myself, probably read through books and worked with, and see maybe it worked and see maybe it didn't work, because there are so many things that are correct in the business sense, but are not correct in photography business sense. So because I have tried it in the business sense, I've tried it in photography business sense. Some things work, some things didn't work. So I'm like that voice trying to tell people, Omo, I've tried this, it didn't work. You can do it this way instead. So I am a creative, I'm a business person, and I'm a photographer.
Wow. Do you know, even this your introduction, I think at this juncture we just need to stop this life because we have it all. With this introduction, guys, is there any other thing you want from this Instagram life? Are you not? Don't you have enough? you know, I must say this, yeah. I'm happy with your output. I'm happy with the way you are going about stuff. And why I'm happy is because I know most of the story, from, I know the bedrock of the story and how you were able to navigate, and there's that reminds me, there's a question, guys, we have not even gone to what we have today. I just hope we just have the time to have this discussion. There's a question that, like, most of the time, because right now, I don't take interns, I don't train, but I have I take two people at a time because I'm this type of person that I just want to see that if at all you get across to me physically online, I want you to have an output. I want a situation whereby I'll be like, yeah, this is my seed. I saw it grow and it has germinated, it's bearing fruits as well. So that's just me. But that doesn't mean that everybody have to be like me, anyways. So the question, most of the people that, okay, fine, I don't want to have this online class, I don't want to do that, which we might be working on maybe in the future to have something like that will have a prolonged photography stuff. But the question that most people throw to my face is it better they stay in the country or is it better they leave the country? I have my answer to it, but I would want you that have experienced both to throw more light on it because, man, I think I'm even tired of answering the question because this is a question that people ask me even on daily. My students, I was having a class with one of my students. Like I said, I just have two at a time. I don't like exceeding that too for now because of time constraint. So my students, even today, it was like, boss, this one, that one, should I leave the country? And this is a female, understand? So I was like, since I'm having this online discussion with you today, come online. I believe she's on this online platform right now
If
somewhere.
you're on the
So
platform, can you say hi? Can you drop fire emoji? Let us see you.
so so please please, I need you to answer that. Just throw light on that so that I need less of people asking me that because it's more like that's like the order of the day. Yeah.
See, the question cannot, people can't stop answering the question and people can't stop asking the question. But the simplest answer to it is a a lizard in Nigeria cannot become an alligator in the UK.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So whatever you are in Nigeria is what you will be in the UK. So
Wow, wow.
a lot of times people believe the geographical location is what determines success, but no, what you have inside of you is what determines how successful you will be. Because when you look at it critically, people are migrating from other parts of the world to Nigeria. China, China, a lot of them, even Europeans and whites are moving to Nigeria because it's more like an untapped area. And if you look at
Yeah,
it logically now, you see that photography is relatively thriving in Nigeria. We have internationally recognized photographers that live in Nigeria. Yeah. However, does it mean you cannot travel? Or does it mean because people are coming to your country, you now stay there? Because a lot of times, when you're playing the game of draft, people standing and people witnessing you playing sees the game better than you that you are playing because you have a lot of tension. You are too close to the game. That's why they say the more you look, the less you see. That is like the basic rule of life. So what has happened is that because you've lived in that environment for so long, you are now dull to the opportunities that are available. That is why personally I advise people to travel. By traveling does not mean you go to the UK or you travel to US. By traveling might just be just the way you migrated from Enugu to Abuja.
yeah,
You see, when you were in Enugu, you were Kamani, you were good. But when you move to Abuja, there's a level of new business orientation that you gained because now you're not playing in that area where you used to play. When I left Ekiti for Enugu, there's a new trajectory, there's a new movement in my business orientation. When I left Enugu for Lagos, it's another development for me. So if anybody have checked my old videos, I always say something. It is not good for you to be born in a place and you now want to die in that place. Even God told Abraham, leave your father and your mother, go to a land I will show you. So it is important for you to say, okay, what am I doing? I'm a photographer. Let's say you are a photographer and you're living in Abeokuta, for instance. Okay, now, is Abeokuta the best place for photography? Maybe no, maybe yes. Now, let me pack my bag and move to a bigger place, a bigger opportunity, and where the industry is bigger. Obviously, you have more opportunities in Lagos, so you can move your bag to Lagos. If you're for instance, if you're let me use Enugu for instance. Let's say you're in Enugu, but instead of Enugu town, you are somewhere inside Agbogogo or Nkanu West. You can pack your bag and move to Upper Chime in Enugu. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So migration might not necessarily you be moving out of your country, might just be you moving out of your town, coming to a place where the environment embraces what you're doing. Because if you leave Nigeria as an upcoming photographer, you will not come to the UK and become a star photographer. You are still an upcoming
Of course.
photographer, no matter, you see. So location does not automatically anoint you to go and do exploits. No, you need to
Whoa.
go through the process. So you need
Can
to
we
go
get
through the
some clap
process.
here? Can we get some clap here? Can we get some clap? Wow, this is awesome. We can see the love. We can see that. Everybody, we need someone to clap in this house because this place is catching fire. A lizard in Nigeria cannot be a crocodile in UK.
No,
Please,
you
guys.
cannot.
So it's a very good point. It's a very good thing that everybody needs to understand. And someone said, can you say it from a financial standpoint? I don't know. What can you say about that from the financial standpoint? Is there anything?
All right, that's a very tricky question because there's so many
Yeah.
things you can discuss when it comes to financial standpoint. So, financial standpoint, do you have the money to migrate? That's a good point. Another point is if I give you 10 million naira and you let's just establish that you are a good photographer. But if you are a good photographer and I give you 10 million and you can sit down and say, this 10 million in Nigeria, with the economy of the country, no matter how bad it is, I can find a way to make this money better, not depreciate it. Let me say I can make 15 million or make it 20 million in 6 months. If you carry that 10 million and come to the UK, it is still the same thing. You will still lose the money the way you will lose the money in Nigeria. All things being equal, I'm not saying probably maybe you get robbed. As a matter of fact, you can get robbed in London. In the street of London, people can jack you and take your bag, and that's the truth.
Yeah. So,
Exactly, because it's not in the news does not mean it doesn't happen. It happens, but
yeah.
because there are so many other good news that can cover the bad news, that's why people don't
Yeah, of
really pay
course.
attention to the bad news or the newses that goes round in the UK. So, financial standpoint, if you have the funds and you have the capacity to move to another location, move. However, if you want to move to a location but you don't have the money to move to that place, that's where you now start to think internally. So you want to move to a new location, you now need to start cultivating strategic relationship. For instance, if I am coming back to Abuja and I'm broke, I don't have money in anywhere in my account. I know if I call Kamani and say, Baba, I want to use your studio for shoots. We've been together for a long time. We've known ourselves to a reasonable extent. I have that relationship with him. The studio can be open to me. I might not necessarily have to be paying the exact amount if he's renting it out. I might not be paying the exact amount other people will be paying to rent the studio. Because if I explain my situation to him and say, Kamani, see, I know to get money, I'm coming back to Abuja. Already there's a studio secure for me to start creating my magic. Then I can look for another friend who stays in Abuja. Okay, Baba, I can stay with you for 3 months. In that 3 months, I can use that to find my way. So that is how you can. We don't have money, but you can have relationship.
Whoa.
You shouldn't be so poor that you don't have either of the two.
Mm. Mm.
So
Strong word.
when you don't have money, you must have relationship. As a matter of
Mm.
fact, have relationship first, money will follow. So when you're now graced by God and you have both, then you are that's why you are that is how people can fly. So
Mm.
build that relationship with people. It's not every girl that come your way that you need to have sex with. Some people are just they're just spiritually positioned. Let me use that word, spiritually positioned for you, so that in the nearest future you will need their help. Then you can now go ahead and say, babe, are you in town? I'm stranded somewhere. I'm coming back to Lagos. Can I be in your place for? That is how relationships should work. So if you don't have money, you must have relationship. If somebody is coming to London, for instance, if Kamani is coming to London and you're using like 3 weeks and you don't know anybody. When I was coming to London for the first time, someone came to pick me at the airport. I was in their house for a couple of days. I was eating like I was in Nigeria. That was relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I didn't have physical cash. They gave me money for my train. They bought my train ticket, gave me rail card. So you understand that process. That is relationship. So if somebody is coming from Nigeria and know me, I can easily go to the airport, pick them up, bring them to my house, give them hot bath, show them around, and that is the way it is. So if you don't have relationship and you don't have money, you are the poorest of the poorest.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, this place is catching fire. This place is catching fire. I can't even go through all the messages so many people is dropping, but we'll get to that. So just keep on dropping. We'll go through your message. So this is what I have to say. Yeah, I heard you when you said relationship. Relationship is very essential. Okay, so what I advise photographers to do is um, photography is a craft, very fine craft, but you need the business of photography to become a successful photographer. Then, when it comes to life, there are three things that makes up life. Just like a watch that doesn't tell time is not a watch; it's a watch. Whether it's Apple Watch, whether it's a gold Rolex. So, what are the features of a wristwatch? Second hand, couple of things. But the major thing about a watch, which is the constant of a watch, is it must tell time. Now, a car, what are the features of a car? A car must have tire, well, it must have seats, it must have maybe windscreen and all that. But if it has all these beautiful features, but it can't deliver speed, that means it's not a car, it's a car. Understand? Now, the same thing happens to a human being. There are features of a human being. Now, one of the features of a human being is love. Second feature of a human being is service. Third feature of a human being is giving. Now, when you love self-give, what it avails you is the opportunity to, when you are serving someone, the person you are serving, of course, you have a relationship with the person. But when you refuse to serve, you don't have a relationship. So when you are serving, you are meeting people. When you are giving, you have people in abundance. It brings you to a particular type of circle. And of course, when you are loving, everybody wants to be loved. Understand? Most people doesn't even know how to give love, but they just want to receive love. Understand? So it's an attribute of a human being that everybody should sit back and be like, okay, fine, this is me. I want to be a human being, because if you see a human being like a lion right now, a lion walks into a room where there are children. He can't ask, oh, sorry, this is the children, it will not walk away. No, a lion is meant to come to where there are flesh and consume it. Whether it's just a child that gets birth today. Once it's a lion, it will chop those children. Does it mean that the lion is mean? No, the lion is not mean. It is the configuration of the lion. That is a lion for you. Now, the same thing happens to a human being. As a human being, you are meant to love, you are meant to serve, you are meant to give. And these are the things that will make you a human being in the right sense. No matter where you are, you can never be stranded. Understand? So I love the points that you hit based on, okay, fine, even if you don't have money, at least have relationship. That relationship will sustain you wherever you are. When
Mhm.
I was in Dubai, when I got to Dubai, my friend came and picked me, like my old time friend. In fact, I stayed to the point that I was like, no, I want to now experience this city on my own, so that let me just even go to the places, because he doesn't want to go to the safari, the desert, because of the too much sun and everything. So I said, let me go there on my own. So many things because of what relationship. At some point, we went to so many places, relationships. So I believe you so well. I beg, let's enter into photography.
Let's do let's do photography.
Okay, someone said, how do I build professional relationship with you, the camera boss? Please, can you answer, answer that kind of...
You see, that I don't know who asked the question though, but there are two different kinds of relationship. A friend of mine, Aditola Film, said something one time. He said, um, like minds attract. It's not like magnets.
Mm,
You know, in magnets, they repel. So if they are like positive, they will repel. But human relationship and interaction, like minds, naturally just attract. Yeah. So what that means is, um, there's there's a way I would just see your work, or I see your personality, and I would just fall in love with you on a professional level. So it's not
yeah.
something you don't just come to somebody and say, I don't know, can I be your friend? It's not even a question. If you start asking somebody, can I be your friend? That means you're not up to you cannot be that person's friend, because it's now a contract thing. Friendship just flows naturally, professionally or otherwise. So what I'm saying to the
Yeah.
person is this: there are some things that you don't. There's some things that there's an echo. Says
Hello.
hello.
Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you, but I think I can hear myself. You hearing me? Hear myself.
Oh wow, wow! I probably, a couple of days. I don't know whatever thing they said happened at is it Mediterranean Sea?
Oh,
They
okay,
said that
that
the
thing.
cable, yeah, the cable coming to Africa was cut, and it had been hectic on us. Like even the design I did, I had to like use a total different app that I didn't have like the subscription for it, because what I used for the app, that was why the flyer didn't come out early, because I was more like, I say, a thing. In fact, one thing that I am trying so hard is, let me even say something and I don't do it. Because once I say something, I must try to live up to it. So I've already told you I'm designing this. So I had to now go on another road altogether, because even till date, the app is not opening because of the network is so poor. I don't know if it is the network disturbing us right now. Can you
We'll get there.
hear me
Yeah,
better?
I think it's good now.
Okay, good. Let's go.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So, relationship not is something that just comes naturally. So, you might not necessarily just need to tell me. If I see your work, we vibe. If I see what you've done or how you're doing what you do, it's not about number of followers. Extensively, it's about the quality of job. So, if I see the quality of your job and be like, okay, we can gain from one another, because when it comes to friendship, it's not it's not a parasitic relationship. It has to be, I gain from you, you gain from me. So there must be a clear sight that, oh, this dude, I'm gaining something from him, and you also are gaining something from me, and that's
And
like the way.
there's no neutral relationship.
There's
There's
no
no
neutral
neutral
relationship.
relationship. Yeah. So it's either the person is just taking from you, or you are giving to him, you are receiving, or he's just sipping you out. So I,
Exactly.
I totally agree with you. So relationship should be something that you don't beg for. It's something you on your own have value. What value are you bringing to the table? Have value on yourself. Even understand your worth. Of course, people will always reach out to you. Even this life is an example of what we are talking about,
Hmm.
because we have had this relationship existing for a very long time, and
For a
I know
long
that
time, yeah.
at some point we were not talking, because when I relocated, I started like mad stuff, and you also got to the UK, and I saw what you're doing. I was like, whoa, this is beautiful. The world needs to hear it, and here we are. So Okay, guys, are we ready for photography? I can see so many photographers right here saying so many things. Okay, good. Okay, my first question was how do you adapt the rapid change in the market and how do you use technological advancement to your own profits? Okay, good. So, guys, if you love what you are hearing, you are happy about what has been going on here, I need you to drop your own side of the story. Especially, okay, fine. I need if you like what you have been hearing, I need you to drop an emoji. Let's even know how many persons is getting from this our live program. If you love what you have been hearing, drop an emoji right here so I can see so many people asking us, requesting to join. Sorry, we are not accepting anyone to join the Instagram live. It's just gonna be us discussing. Maybe on another day, it might be for everybody. But for today, it's just me and my bro having a soul to soul conversation, making sure that everybody have something to go home with. So you're
Yeah,
welcome back.
yeah. Thank you.
So based on business and the rapid change in the market and the trends and technological advancements, how do you use this to your advantage?
Mm. So, like, can you rephrase the question so I get it properly?
Okay, so yes, there's a rapid change in the market. Okay, let me take us like when I know, let's say 3 years back or 5 years, 3 years back, yeah. If you do a very wonderful picture, post on Instagram, you're good to go. Like you have like a whole number of likes, you have like a whole number of comments. But today in today's market is different, and I believe that's why someone like you adapted the new role of doing content creation. In today's market, if you have like a wonderful picture and you put it out there without without backing it up with maybe a visual content or a very good write-up that will speak volume explaining it might not even get the reach you are looking out for. So it's a challenging one. So someone that doesn't even know how to make videos, doesn't know how to make good videos, now shoots good pictures, put out there, and it's not reaching the market where it's supposed to reach. How do you manage those kind of rapid change in the market? Yeah.
Okay, that's a very fantastic question. So let's take it that let me ask this question on not it's more of a rhetorical question. So the question would be that is Instagram the market? So because um there's that there's that question that says why is everyone looking at whatever happens to a company? So Instagram is a company, so to say, under Meta. So whatever happens to a company happens to a whole industry. So does the does a does one particular company have the right or the full capacity to control the income, the outcome, the production of an entire industry? So it's not just Instagram. I think that's one of the mistakes people make, and myself, I make that mistake a lot. A lot of us focus too much on Instagram, but we almost really forget. Now, this is me talking to the 16 people that are on the live with us at the minute. That is us forgetting that there are other platforms that promote photography rather than just Instagram. If people know how to use TikTok very well, TikTok is a good platform. If people know how to use Pinterest very well, Pinterest is a beautiful platform. If people know how to use Behance very well, Behance is a fantastic platform. But now let's bring it back home to photography and content, just like you said. How can photographers adapt to the new age of um, content and photography? Now we have moved away from what you can do. People now want to see how you did what you said you can do. So in some age fasts, people used to say the end justifies the means. But now people want to know the means that led you to the end. So that's why a friend of mine said yesterday, he said, people don't buy products anymore. People want to buy the brand. People want to buy the person. So in this sense, people don't just book Kamani because Kamani is a fantastic photographer. That is probably 40% reason why people book you. But 60% of the reason why people book you is because, oh, Kamani, have you seen his job? Ah, but what a good go. That guy is good. People book you for that. Oh, Kamani, do you know him or is a very nice person? People book you for that. So personality, your process is 60% of the reason why people book you. Why 40%? Not statistically, I'm just giving you a raw figure in my head. Why 40% is just your job? So there was a time where you post pictures alone, that is your job, the product. And people be like, oh, that's the guy I want for my photo, for my wedding. But over time, people have realized that Instagram is can be a lying platform. I know people that are not photographers, but they will carry other people's pictures, put it on their pages, and they will collect the job from the client. It's on the wedding day, the client will get to know that this person will now go and hire other photographers to come and do the job. So, but now people really want to see who is behind the product. And that is why you see, even people, if you are selling petrol, if you are selling gas online right now, you need to put your face to it. And putting your face to it, you need to tell people that you know this refinement process. You know how to do this kerosene thing. You know how to do this petrol thing. You know how to do this diesel thing before people can now trust their hard-earned money into your hands and patronize you. So for photographers that are struggling and are still hung up in the stone age of just posting pictures, I would personally encourage that to create videos is not as hard as we think it is. Because video creation is so simple and it has been simplified to the extent that people just want to see, who are you? If I book you for my wedding, are you the person that will stress me more? Or are you the person that will relieve me of my stress more? Because looking at it critically, the photographer stays with the bride more than the husband almost stay with the bride on the wedding day.
Yeah.
Because we are there from immediately she wakes up and start and make makeup till
Yeah.
she finish, the makeup is gone. So people don't just want
Yeah.
to, people don't, because you're literally there with them for 10 hours, and people don't want to be stuck with somebody that will put them under consistent pressure for 10 hours. So they want to know who you are. They want to know how you do what you do. And that's the reason why a lot of people book photographers. On that note, I will also say, when you now look at, and when you look at content creation as a photographer, already what you're doing is content creation.
Yeah.
It's not until you do video that you become a content creator, because content is anything that is tangible, that is produced through a creative process. So if you take a picture, that's the content. The only thing we're just asking you to do extra is for you to just come up with, if it's just a BTS video, if it is just you walking to the location, if it's just you showing us your studio setting, if it's just you showing us your camera setting, this will give your potential clients the idea that you're an authority on the field where you claim to be an authority on. So it is important that
Sorry.
you don't just start snapping pictures.
Just go
It is
on.
important that you don't just start snapping pictures. You also need to start doing what? Creating those visual content, motion picture content. By doing that, what you have done for yourself is, one, you've separated yourself from the crowd and the potential liars on the Instagram space that says they are photographers, but they are not. So it is important that you do your video and you do your pictures. So it doesn't have to be a talking head video where you talk and say this and this and that and that. You might just pick a trending audio, put one working video on it, and you are good to go.
Wow. 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 I feel okay. So there's this. I have this to say about what you just said. Um, for me, I just don't. At some point, I started doing content creation. At some point, I was like, okay, fine. Since I have like a bunch of things coming into my hand, let me just concentrate. Because for me, delivery is very important as far as because as you grow, in fact, as a beginner, if you don't even deliver people's jobs, it's nobody's problem. But now, as you grow, any little thing you do, you have to be on the positive side always. So I just stopped because I felt like let me concentrate on the final product since I have like much coming into my hand. So well, I noticed something. There was a wedding I went for. I just said today I went for so wedding at so place. I just had like a whole number of people trying to watch it at the same time. And it wasn't up to an hour. I saw the traffic on the listing. I went for another wedding. I just made a video of my bag movement, and wrote my destination. It was another traffic altogether. So if anyone didn't understand what you explained, I personally understood you, which is what we are doing as photographers, we're already creatives. What we are just asking you to do is before it was the end justifies the means, but right now we want to see the means that got to the end. Just show us the means, anyhow it is, whether it's very small, whether it is you're just saying, today I am wearing my wristwatch and my bangle because I want to go for a wedding is enough because that's the means. That's your getting ready process, or you're bringing out your camera from the bag, and this doesn't apply to only photographers, guys. Whether you are, he said it, you are selling kerosene, you show us the process of your kerosene. So, yeah, I feel. Are you sure we are not going to give you like a doctorate degree in social media? Okay, thank you so much. Man, most of the things we are supposed to discuss today, we have not even started discussing it. Okay, so the camera boss. Let's now talk about your brand, the camera boss. How do you employ innovations? One of the innovations you employ to get to your target audience is through social media, which one of them is content creation, and which you have mentioned right now that the only place for this content to get you audience is not Instagram. We still have TikTok, we still have Pinterest and the rest of them. So apart from social media, how else do you employ new innovations within your organization just to foster the progress and the growth of the trend?
Okay, so when you look at as a as a creative, you look at two
Sorry.
basic aspects when it comes to marketing. There's there's the core traditional marketing core traditional marketing, and there's the digital marketing. So digital marketing is the process whereby you bring the traditional to the online space, where you can get to use Instagram adverts and post your content online and do all that. That feedback is still there, Sha, and it's disturbing me. Am I on like two devices are listening to me?
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. One, are you online? Please go offline. I think it's my assistant.
Hi.
Please go offline. Okay.
Okay.
Can you
Can I hear me? Okay.
yes.
I
Is
think
it
no,
better now?
I think it's better now.
Okay, good. Good. I think my assistant was having
All right.
was
And if it's not, we will adapt to it. So what I'm saying is there is, as you rightly said, there's an online digital process for marketing and there's an offline digital process of marketing. So whatever you're doing on offline is as important as what you're doing online. Though the online will give you the room to meet more people in at it's called online is basically like the mass media where you get to meet heterogeneous scattered audience simultaneously. However, the offline space is where you now need to work on your personal branding. I said something on one of my old videos. I said, one, you need to understand how to dress. As a creative, because you are a creative, you don't have to leave your hair scattered, your beards unkept, your teeth unbrushed, your nails uncut, your clothes unironed. You need to look good. Buy a nice cologne, have roll on, and keep those things fresh. That is one. So once you can do that for yourself, now the next thing is you now need to step out of your comfort zone and meet people. Who are the people? When I mean meet people, it doesn't mean you need to go and meet other photographers. Now, who are the other key players that come together to cook photography? They are makeup artists, they are stylists, they are models, they are brand managers. You understand? So you now need to have a conscious effort to go out and start meeting these people. For instance, you go into a new area. For let's say you moved from Ekiti and you moved to Lagos. Now, when you move to Lagos and you start doing online marketing in Lagos or digital marketing and you start advertising your business in Lagos, it doesn't necessarily mean that your first few clients will come from the online space. Your first few clients, most often than none, will have to come from the friends, people you meet at church, people you meet at, you understand? It has to be people that you meet one on one, almost often, or usually almost every time. People that will come for your business first will have to be people that are that you meet one on one. So how do you meet people one on one? Go for symposiums. Go for this thing they used to do where different companies will come and display their product. Look for something that is
Like,
tailored towards for
like
might be tailored
trend,
towards
like what
fashion.
is trend?
Yeah, think about it. There's Lagos Fashion Week. You don't have to be a model or a stylist to go to Lagos Fashion Week. Go there
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
photographer.
yeah.
When you are going there as a photographer, you have one thing at the back of your mind. I'm here to meet people. If you dress nice, like very nice, you smell good, and you have your portfolio probably on an iPad or your phone, or even if God has blessed you, if you can print a portfolio of yourself, strategically meet people, even if you have business cards, strategically meet people, shake people, know how to talk well. A photographer also need to know that you need to know a lot about a bit and a bit about a lot. Let me explain that. As a photographer, as much as you understand the in-depth of exposure triangle, you know the number every high ISO starts from, and you know the number it ends with. You know what the latest aperture of the latest RF lens is. You know what Sigma just did yesterday. You know Nikon just acquired red. You know all these things in your field. It is important you have those in-depth knowledge. One. However, you need to also have partial knowledge. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
So you need to have partial knowledge about every other. Manchester just beat Liverpool. I know Manchester just beat Liverpool. That is the partial knowledge. So when I'm talking with somebody and the person's interest is in football, I can hold the conversation at least for a little bit
Yeah,
before I can switch you to what I know. Do you understand? So let's talk about politics of Nigeria. Let's talk about politics of UK. Let's talk about the politics of the world. Because you're a photographer does not mean you have to be ignorant of what is happening in your environment. Because if you're ignorant of what is happening in your environment, you won't be able to hold any reasonable conversation with anybody. So if you come to me and shake my hand and say, John, like, how are you doing? Do you know about World War II? I can reasonably tell you what and some few things that happened in World War II. It's not really my interest, but at least I have some basic knowledge about those things so that when I'm having a conversation with somebody that is a juggernaut in World War II, that is an historian, I can have something to say. And by that, I can vibrate at that person's head with person's energy. And by doing that, what I have done to myself is I have opened up a channel of communication. There's an exchange of information. So it's not every time somebody now say, "Hi, how you doing, man? You all right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, did you see what happened to the prime minister yesterday?" I'm like, is there a prime minister? Do you understand? Already, what you have just advertised your blatant ignorance to
Ignorance.
that person. Naturally, look at Kamani. Let me just practice now. Let me say, "Hi, Kamani. My name is John. I'm a photographer." Then you replied, and I'll be like, "Oh." Then "Oh, really? You're a photographer? Do you know Nikon just acquired Red?" And I say, "Really?" Automatically, you will see that I'm a novice. You can't have a conversation with me if you are a professional in your field. I have closed that gate and I've closed it forever. But if peradventure you pick up that topic and I told you why Nikon was able to acquire Red, it wasn't an outright purchase, it was because of some infringement on some, on some patent rights, and be like, "Oh, really? Oh, really?" Now we can further conversation to be like, "Oh, and my daughter is trying to study photography too, but I don't know." "Oh, your daughter wants to study photography. Okay, now there are some schools in the UK or there's some schools in Nigeria that offer good photography courses. You might go to." I have won your heart. So easily now, if your daughter peradventure in the future wants to become a photographer, who comes to your mind is Camera Boss. That guy is intelligent. If somebody wants to do photography in their family, he will recommend me not because he has seen my job, but because I sound very intelligent. So when you are going out, don't go out with Baba, Walai, Magpie, Iwo, yeah, yeah. You are not an agbero, you are a corporate business person. You are a corporate business person. So learn like you need to practice like a corporate business person. Sometimes I'm just awake at night, just playing YouTube video and just looking at what is the latest development in photography. What are the things that are new? Okay, I don't use Canon. Okay, what are the Canon lineup of cameras? What is the best 5 cameras in the world right now? Is it the Phase ones? Is this the Leicas? Is it Fuji? What is the color science? What is the ISPS? What is all those things? You learn all those things, not because you need them to snap. It's because you need them to communicate value to other people when you meet them. I give you a very good instance. The lady joined this video briefly and she left. I don't know, maybe she's still on it. I went to shoot a client sometimes, almost probably 2 years ago, and the client brought out a camera. By every metrics, that camera would buy my camera, would buy 4 of my camera. That means I'm hired not because of my equipment, because obviously the lady has better equipment than me. But I'm hired because I'm a professional, of course. So when
Yeah.
she now said, "John, would you snap with my camera?" I'd be like, "Why not?" I took the camera. So when I took the camera, of course it wasn't Sony. So Sony is the camera I'm used to. I mean, I can dial the aperture and ISO and everything, even with my eyes closed. But when they gave me this camera, she was stylishly looking at me to see maybe, does this guy even know what he's doing? But in few seconds, because I have read to a reasonable extent about this product, like the Phase 1 product. easily I can tweak it around and see, oh, okay, let's fix this way. And I started teaching her about our own camera. Do you know what that has done for me? That has brought me favor of a professional, that this guy is intelligent. Though it is not his camera, but he knows how to. You understand?
Beautiful, yeah.
So
Yeah.
apart from you doing the online content and thing, you need to also dress well. You need to increase the level of information you have in your mind. I don't know how many photographers still read at this age. So I have books I read. The one I'm reading presently, it's been a minute because I've been really busy. I'm reading these at the minute.
Wow.
So see, okay, so this is where I stopped. If you see,
Yeah.
this is where I stopped now. That is why I did this.
Yeah.
So I still read. It's not like I'm going for JAMB exam or I'm going for whatever. I just read because you have to. That is how you can stay relevant. So when I enter a place and there's a conversation, I can tell you about David Goggins. I can tell you how he left this thing. He's not a fireman. He has done this. He has done that. He's a disciplined man. He lost weight. So. That is how conversations can go. So you take care of your digital self. You also need to take care of your physical self, because that your physical self is what you will take to meetings. That your physical self is what you will take to for wherever you are going. So when you smell nice, you dress well, you also need to what? Think well. Know what you're doing. By that, you now need to now strategically meeting. You now need to start strategically meet people. When you shake hands with people, oh, how you doing? You need to learn to speak some few common correct English. How you doing? Good. Yeah. Nice. You move to the next level. Those are like the basic things you need to know how to do. Then we can now start talking about how you can network on a different scale. Like that one is a long topic on its own. But on the basic, do all this basic thing. These are like normal human thing that your parents are even teaching you when you were young. Why didn't you cut your nails? They'll beat you in school. But now you're not cutting it anymore because you think you are old enough. You see?
Wow, 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 wow. If you love what you've been hearing, can we receive some clap? Can we receive some clap? Can we receive some clap, guys? Let it drop, let it drop, let it drop, let it drop. I want to see those claps. I want to see those claps. Who is clapping in this room? Clap, 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 because it's fire. It's fire and here. Clap! We didn't say we should pay. It's just like we'll start charging you. We'll cut this online, cut this live so that everybody else start. Oh man, it's been a wonderful
Yeah,
evening,
it is.
and I would say that this our conversation right here, we didn't just start like this today. I think even anytime even those days, whenever we sit, we'll still have like brainstorming like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like something that just started today. I could remember those days that I went for that time. Frequency separation just came out. I just went to grab the class.
Yeah,
And came back with it. And I believe it has been an awesome time
true.
discussing with you, talking about the online space, talking about the offline space, talking about. I think it's a full informative class. I believe anybody that was in this live this evening that just decide. In fact, because of this, some of the time I don't post my live, but because it's very informative, I'm going to post it so that people could still have access to it later on, on your own. Because for me, how do I live my life? There are days that if I just come across something that I know that this is a life changing information for me, I don't just suck the information once. No, that information has to live in my psychomotor. It has to live in my medulla blah. Like I have to cerebrum everywhere. I have to now. So I listen to it, and that's what the Bible said. The Bible said, "How does faith come? Faith comes by hearing. Not
By
you hear
hearing.
it, what I go and
Mm-hmm.
say. Hearing and hearing and hearing. So you keep on listening to it. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, this time around, okay, I've conquered the online space. I'm now doing better. Okay, I think I need to switch it up to the next level. I need to meet people. I need to step out of my comfort zone and meet other people, other creatives. I need to now meet other makeup artists. As a makeup artist, you need to meet photographers. As a stylist, who are you going to meet? Who are the people that needs my market? Just it's something that you keep on listening to, you study, so that over time it becomes part of you. And once it becomes part of you, the next thing is results. There's something I posted on my story today that said it has three lines. One is someone was looking for success, so he was trying to put on success, put it on. It's a button. The person was trying to put on success, but there were two other buttons you need to put on first before you have success. That is what discipline. Discipline. You can't have success without discipline. You can't have success without discipline. It
So
is discipline that will now make you understand that this is what you need to do when you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not. That is discipline. Doing something that you are supposed to do when you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Because some of the time, yeah, we know what to do, but the time we do it now is no more right. It has elapsed. There are people that would have broken into the industry when Instagram was just demanding people to just post good picture.
yeah.
Right now, they have lost that opportunity. Another opportunity is now calling, which is the process at which you made your food, the process at which that, because watch out what is playing out right now. It's not the best person that cooks the good food that's even have the market right now. It's the person that knows how to present the process of the food
Yeah.
that has the market. And people are just putting up their orders. Now, discipline and taking responsibility. It is my responsibility to do this no matter what. I must do this. It is my responsibility. So once you switch on your discipline and responsibility button, of course, your success button automatically comes on. So it's something I
Mm.
posted today, which is very educational. So thank you so much. It's been an awesome time. This is supposed to last for an hour, but I think we've elapsed most of our
Yeah.
time. Please, if you
Yeah.
have a general information you want to say to anyone who can't entertain question, it has been an educative evening. This today now, I will go and for me, I'm going to go and listen to this over and over because I need to now carry my note and start jotting down things because this information is too much. Yeah. Oh yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! So for me, I need to now go back, download this video on my own, start listening because that's how we grow. That's how we grow. If you
Absolutely.
can't now start telling yourself this, you can't examine yourself. This is what I have been doing. This is things I need to now start doing. This is what will get me to the next level. Because look at the information you gave. Okay, fine. You are now a great photographer, but you don't know how to meet people. You can't even present yourself. When someone hears you speak, the person will be like, no, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. Okay, even when you now know how to speak, but your information is very narrow. Your information is very narrow. You just talk about one thing over and over and over. Like, who wants to hear that? You are coming to my space as a photographer. Maybe you're a banker. You are not telling me about your financial problem. Who cares about that? At least talk about maybe. Do you know that 50 is a better lens than 35? We have a communication spot. We have something that is now connecting us.
Mm-hmm.
When we now connect the dots, now from there we can now say, okay, fine. Talk about your financial whatever. Oh, is that how it works in bank? Man, maybe you now have a correlation to even photography and all that and all that. Before you know it, I become a client, and that's the same thing that happens to every other person. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I really enjoyed myself this evening, and please give us a closing remark.
Before we
Well,
give closing remark, let me ask Amani a question. Yeah.
okay, good.
Okay. So you left Enugu for Abuja, and I mean in Enugu you were relatively a big photographer. Then when you got to Abuja, you became bigger. Can you tell us the the ingredients that were that propelled that in Abuja success?
Okay. Okay, very good question. I really love this question. Yeah. So when I came into Abuja, I told myself one thing. Like you said, I was good when I was in Enugu, but when I was living in Enugu for Abuja, I told myself, Kamali of Enugu has left, and I dropped everything about me there. I am coming to Abuja as a beginner, and I will work like a beginner. I will do whatever a beginner would do to have his success. The only difference between me and a beginner is I now put a time frame to it.
Mm.
Understand? I now put a time frame to it. I must break into this market within so number of time. So a beginner will do this. I will do it times 5 of what the beginner will do. A beginner will do that. I will do it times 10 of what the beginner will do. It was like multiple work. Now, I don't know if Shayo is here. So Shayo came to intern with me. So he saw the good works. He thought that this good works is when you wake up in the morning, you see yourself, you have good works. Shayo stayed with me. He saw how I used to work. Eh? He was mad. He said, eh? I said, this is how we roll. Me and Shayo will be shooting, we will shoot till midnight and still edit all night and start shooting again in the morning. It was like, boss, I never. That's why even most of the time we don't even the content we don't post. Most of the time it even skip my mind to post because I don't have the time.
Mm.
It was even Shayo that was like, okay, fine, let's just post this one. You know, sometimes you just boss, can we just post this one in between our shoot? We'll just drop it, you know, and that was it. So I did everything a beginner would do. I made sure that I started building a new community.
Mm.
First question is, if I am to break into this market, who do I need? Because they say if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you need to go with people. Who are the people that could? Because if you are waiting for everybody to recognize that it is Kamani, the guy is good on their own, it will be very difficult. I needed someone to be speaking on my behalf in my absence.
Mm-hmm.
And who are the people that will speak on my behalf in my absence? These are people that have tested my products. And if you test my products, I also want you to test a bit of who I am. Now, one thing about success is you are a useful person for you to succeed. And for you to be a useful person, you have to be used. You
Absolutely.
get? You have to be used for you to be useful. And that's your usefulness is equivalent to success. So now when I got it in, so many people now, because I now threw myself open, I was now doing everything, you know, because I assumed nobody knows me. I am nowhere from nobody, you know. So many people that was now coming were coming to use me. But I already knew that I want to be useful. I said, use me. I have
So I'm
in
with
fact
you.
why I came here is so that you can use me. So many people were taking advantage of that. They will shoot, they will not do anything, they will shoot, they will not bring any money, they will shoot, they even, you know, but I kept at it. I also reached out to so many people. Like on my own, if I sit like this, I will draft if there are 1,000 event planners in Abuja, I will send all of them message. That's just me.
Mm.
So success is stamina. I said it at the beginning of this our life. Success needs stamina. It's not something you just you are very weak to even wake up and you want to succeed. No, it doesn't work that way. I also spoke about the God factor because what God cannot do, that's the trend right now, does not exist. What God has destined you to be, if you work hard on it, what is faith? Faith is believing on something you cannot see. But the same Bible said faith without work. So you need to put in the work. In as much as we have the faith, in as much as we believe that this will come to reality, you also need to put in the work. You need to put in the work, because the word work is what will make it work.
Mm.
So we started putting in work. We started putting in work. We started reaching out to so many people, even the ones that doesn't want to even respond to us. We'll go to them physically. So many things. It wasn't easy, but the good thing is it's easier up there.
Mm.
It is not easy down here. So we'll struggle. We have not even gotten to where we want to be, but we are no more where we used to be. We broke so many things just to get up there. And it is not by our power, it is not by our might. We are not taking God's glory. It was only by His grace. Understand? He gave us that grace,
Absolutely.
He gave us good health, He gave us that innovation that we need to break even so that we can get up there. So that was just basically what I did, when we came into the city, and glory to God, this is where we are. So that's it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's that's a lot. That's a lot to digest. That's a lot to digest. I mean, that what you just said right now is like a master class for anybody that is starting photography, because the process you listed right now, if I am supposed to say it, I mean, I wouldn't have said it the way you said it, because I mean, everybody's knowledge is peculiar to them. I mean, because what you just said now is just too mind blowing, you know. Because I'm not sure I will have probably removed anything. Probably, I mean, this is a lot. Because if you're starting out a business and you are starting and you understand that you are in a new environment, you need to start as if you are not known. But however, the advantage you have is you are starting as if you are not known, but you are bringing a lot of experience simultaneously. So people will still, it's like when people, it's more like it's a situation of under promising and over delivering.
Yeah.
You know, when I say, please come and let me, you get me a wedding, but because you don't know me, you just be like, just shoot the wedding. But when I now show you the pictures after the wedding, and your mind, and you'll be like, how did you get this quality pictures? Your mind is blown. That kind of clients will always go and be talking about you to everybody.
Yeah.
I think any this should be recorded and sold. No, true, because what you said is if anybody follow those steps that I wrote it down, walk like a beginner, put in a time frame, walk more after walk like a beginner, walk more than a beginner,
Yeah.
build new community. You have to be used before you can become useful.
Exactly.
Send messages to people that matter in those industry, like event planners.
Yeah.
And you just close it up with it is easier up, but it is harder down. So fight through this storm, fight through this mediocrity, and because when you get to that top, it's just like you're on a smooth sail. Things will just be happening by themselves. It's just like
Exactly.
dominoes. So you just need to
Exactly.
get the strength to push the force. Then things will just keep falling by themselves. Man, it's
Ex-
powerful.
exactly.
That's powerful.
Exactly.
Very, very powerful.
Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a mind blowing evening. Like I said, I just need to go back and listen to this over and over, meditate and all of that. If you're a beginner, you're in this class, is also a very good is a very good video for you to download on your own, watch, listen to it over and over. If you are in another industry, of course, we touched every area. Thanks to the camera boss, my brother from another mother, we've been keeping this down like way back, and I really appreciate your time this evening, man. I know how busy you guys can be over there, but you still made out time to just make sure that you help a generation beyond the one you own, beyond the one because who do you know here? Well, practically nobody, but you are impacting this information, giving it out for free, making sure that people are these are like things that people pre-record and put a price to it, but we are giving it 100% free, especially you know, so many things. So I really appreciate our time right here with you. And what we can say is, God bless you. God bless you. If you love Camera Boss, oh yeah, type God bless you, or we'll charge you in dollars or pounds. Oh yeah, type God bless you. Type God bless you. We want to see it. Type God bless you. Type God bless you, Camera Boss. God bless you, Camera Boss. Oh yeah, start typing. Start typing, everybody.
We
Everybody type God bless you, Camera Boss. God bless you, Camera Boss. We love you, Camera Boss. Any good thing you can see. Oh yeah.
thank you,
Start,
thank you,
start,
thank
start.
you,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John. Hey, it's
thank
been
you.
a wonderful evening, and
It's a
may
privilege
God bless
to
you.
be here.
God bless you. And I think because we didn't even touch what we are supposed to touch today. Probably in the nearest future, we'll plan for another Instagram live, or
Yeah.
maybe another live, not Instagram, and see how far it goes. Thank you so much, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate and hope to see everyone at the top. You know, we'll be there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sign out.
Peace out.
Peace, guys. We love you. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.